Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review, and I'm back loving my pub, and we're over in Northern Ireland. Oh, you're man, on the road. Oh, I'm terrible. My Northern Irish is absolutely awful, terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, here is the pub, the Erridge Inn, Errigal Inn, even. Erridge, sorry, is down from where I am. The Errigal. There we go. And there's a few. They look pretty chavvy actually, standing outside there. But this place is proper. It's pretty old build. Well, I say old. It's not like medieval old, but it's quite an old building. And within that pub, there are 5 different bars, including a rooftop bar, which sounds pretty good. So if you're ever in Belfast, go to the Errigal. And these guys have teamed up with Bullhouse. And I think they're Northern Irish as well. From what I remember, hazy, fresh, hoppy, fruity. There's the beer, there it is. Bullhouse Brew Co. and the Errigal, called Bunker. And it's Hazy IPA, a Belfast classic Hazy IPA. Nothing says Belfast like a Hazy IPA. Yeah, right. What the hell's that all about? There we go, 5%. And oh, you might need to screenshot that if I can hold that. I can't read that because the writing is so small. Every time I do a small movement, I can't see what it's blooming got. So there's barley, oats, wheat. Oh, the trifecta of hazy pales. Oh no, it's a hazy IPA at 5%. Not gonna start going. Oh Jesus, quite high pressure that one. But luckily, no ammunition, so that's good. Wow, so it's quite carbonated. The hops, apparently, he says. Well, I'm pouring that. Oh, that's not that hazy. Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic. We got the jumbo oats in there. Is it gonna? Oh no, it's not that hazy. That's interesting. Lovely, fluffy white head. Look at that. Carbonation isn't as bad as I thought, but look at that head, man. Fluffy, fluffy white clouds. So we've got oats, we've got wheat, we've got maize as well. We've got Vienna malt in there, as well as just normal pale ale malt. There we go. The Bunker. Let's get that on screen. And that will be the front of the video. Wow. Lovely kind of tropically, sort of passion fruit, maybe, that side of it. A bit of grassy kind of green stuff in there, obviously from the Citra. What was it? Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic. Galaxy. A galaxy far, far away. So this one's probably going to be pretty fruity. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Going to try and make this one a quick one. We'll see how we go. I tend to my reviews always tend to creep on the wrong side of 10 minutes. See if we can do it quicker than that. Oh, we do have that, yeah, what I call the kind of carbonation type thing up front, but it's reasonably bitter too. And I can feel it, the juiciness of the stuff, the hops washing my mouth out. But it is slightly creamy. It's not ridiculously creamy. And there's 2 different types of oats in here. There's the jumbo oats, and then there's the just normal oats. And then there's the maize in there too, which is amazing. It gives it a little bit of a spiciness. It's a little bit like rye too. Those different kind of grains, they tend to, yeah, add spice. And this one's like giving me the malt bill like a kind of cracker, like a Jacob's cracker. But yeah, interesting. So the hops are all really up front, descending into a bit of juiciness, but the juiciness washes your palate and you're left thinking about malts. But apparently there's a shed load of hops in here. Interestingly, I'm not getting a huge amount of that citra kind of green stuff, where I wasn't originally. I've noticed that when people have used Citra with other hops, Citra and Mosaic, quite common, and then they've thrown Galaxy in as well. I tend, unless there's a shed load, I tend to get the Citra towards the end of the glass, which is weird, but maybe that's just me. And yeah, for a hazy beer, I mean, it is hazy, don't get me wrong, but you can still see through there. You can still see my fingers moving around and stuff. So it's not a thick fog. It's just a merest haze, you know. Ah, like the dew on wet grass. Oh, and again, really punchy up front. Okay, yeah, I am getting more of that green stuff. But yeah, that tropical fruit, that kind of, it's kind of some of those more juicy things, like, yeah, like tropical juice, but not really in a pineapple-y way. There is a tiny bit of that. But yeah, it's some of those other tropical fruits. I don't know why I said passion fruit, but it is kind of passion fruit, uh, and all of those kind of derivations of that, which is, yeah, cool. And then it all goes, ooh, very smooth and watery at the end. It's weird. I like having different beers, and somehow you can get the ones that really punch out at the front, like this one, and then sometimes you can get the ones that linger for a long, pardon me, linger for a long time. But that is not what this one is. Oh, getting passion fruit on my belch. Cool. How are we doing for time? Not even into 8 minutes yet. We're doing well. We're doing well. Okay, seeking out. Yeah, and this one, yeah, not too different. Maybe, and I'm thinking it's the hazy beers and the beers that have substance at the bottom, unchill filtered if it was a whiskey, but do you know what I mean? Unrefined, and you do tend to get a bit of sediment. Maybe it's the sediment that's giving me those kind of flavors, or maybe it's the proteins latching on to the sediments that gives me all those kind of flavors at the end. This one, not so hazy. Yeah, not much cloudiness in the finish at all, but nice beer nonetheless. We do have some lacing. We've got some distinct lines here on the glass, which I think is fantastic. There's some sort of weird anteater stroke elephant thing. And then on this side, not sure, sort of weird looking alien type things. Oh, there we go. That looks like, what are those things called that balance sea lions, that balance balls on the end of their nose. That's not a euphemism, dear viewer. Ah, anyway, that was quite a nice beer. I like that one. Was it a session? Was it a hazy IPA? No, not really. Nice hazy pale ale in my book. But there's the bunker from Bullhouse with the Erigul. Can't remember how you say that. Couldn't say it to start with. Erigul. Erigul. Yeah, it's got a G in it. There we go. Why not try and find that one? Quite good. Guys, Take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'll be back with another beer review real soon. And have I managed it? No, we just crept over the 10-minute mark, but that's not bad for me. Take care.